Hey you folks, Drill18 here, and welcome to Let's Play Drill18, the Mars Project. Drill18 is a game that I made in 48 hours for a game programming competition called Ludum Dare. At 9 p.m. on Friday night, you find out what the theme is, and then you've got until 9 p.m. on Sunday night to finish a game. So it's 48 hours. It's basically 2 full days, plus, sleeping, ideally, and maybe eating, and peeing is kind of nice, to make a game from start to finish. So there's a lot of still rough edges, but I think, I don't know, people seem to be responding pretty well to it. If you want to see the entire game development process, technically you can, because if you go to twitch.tv/Drill18 and check the archives in there, you can technically watch the entire weekend worth. I think there's 36 hours of video recorded there from the game creation process. However, if you want to see a bit of a trimmed down kind of autopsy of the game, make sure to go over to youtube.com/Drill18creates. That's my game programming tutorial channel where I teach you how to make computer games, and I'm gonna have a video up there sort of dissecting Drill18 and how I made it, and what the sort of what kind of stumbling blocks I ran into, problems, solutions, all those sorts of things, and the logic that kind of went into it. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and start off. So Drill18, the Mars Project. You have been deployed to oversee a mining operation on Mars. Yay? Make a profit, keep your workers content, and see if you can reach the fabled diamond core of Mars. So we use the arrow keys to move the screen, the mouse digs tiles and places rooms, and tells us about the different rooms that we can use in there, but we'll go ahead and skip that because we're going to look at that. There's a difficulty setting here. One of the things with Ludum Dare, because Ludum Dare, the games are judged by other competitors, and there have been 2,500 games submitted for this, the 29th Ludum Dare. So with that in mind, a lot of people don't spend a lot of time judging the various games, so it needs to be a game that is beatable. I usually say I aim for 5 minutes, but 10 minutes is okay. And if you play this one on easy, it's really quite simple to do that. So in the interest of time, plus I'm going to be pausing a lot to talk, I'm going to go ahead and start on the easier difficulty, where you just start with a little bit more money. I did not design this to be a difficult game, though, because it was very important that the game, again, is generally, I wanted people to be able to sort of see all the content and hopefully beat it their very first try, so that they can sort of judge it overall. So it was balanced to be relatively easily. Anyway, here we are, a little base, level 0, level 1. We can drill down a little bit deeper into the ground over here, and we can click to dig. So the deeper we are, the more valuable the ore we can drill up. So I'm going to drill down to level 4 here. This is a builder. We start with one builder room, so he arrived on the very first shuttle. So he will go ahead and dig there. Now, the tiles closer to the surface are much easier to dig out, so we'll do that. There's another shuttle. The shuttle will buy any ore that I have dug out, and also deliver new workers for any new rooms I might have put down. So that one there is not going to do much for me. We'll go ahead and dig out the next room over on the left-hand side at this point, and do that. So a few sound effects. I'm trying to remember how I did the sound effect for the digging here, which I'm going to turn off the music so you can hear it a little bit more, and crank up the game sounds just a bit at this point. So you guys should be able to hear this. There we go. Hopefully that comes through. I believe that was a pill bottle that I was sort of like rocking back and forth in my hand here. Oh, can I get another drill down in time? Okay. We are complaining about beds. I got 2 workers. One should go to this one. Oh, one broke right away, so that's going to get maintained by my little builder unit. My builder also would like a bed, so I'm going to go ahead and put down a bunk, and he's probably going to go to sleep right away. Let me go ahead and expand, get a second builder room here. We'll dig out a few more bits and pieces over there, so we'll start to dig out some ore and make some money. I felt like I was talking about something. Oh, one of my workers is upset. What? He wants a sandwich. He is hungry. So we're gonna, let's let him dig out that stuff. That should go pretty quick. And we will put down a dining room right away, and right away he'll decide to go and eat a hamburger in the dining room there. So the workers have some pretty simple AI, but they do have some needs they want met. So unfortunately, because of some technical reasons, I was hoping to be able to do some easy sort of palette swaps or alternate sprites for my my different people here, so that the workers would have one sort of shirt and hat color, and my drill workers would have another. Oh, this one's a little bit unhappy. That's again my initial worker, who is named Drill18. You'll see in the bottom right corner, names of subscribers, Recreation Center. There you go. Go ahead and have a martini. You'll see names of subscribers put up there. I made it so the very first person who arrives is always called Drill18, just in case like some of the other names are a little bit weird. But other than that, it's twitch.tv subscribers that get picked at random to join my little prison here. And if you've ever watched me play any of my games, you know that it's not necessarily a good thing to be part of one of my my little empires over here. got to go ahead and drop a science lab in there, which is really going to help us get going a little bit faster. And because we have so much money, I'm going to go ahead and dig as far down as I can. The cost to dig doubles for every level, and also the cost to drill doubles on every level, and the cost to, or the time it takes to dig out a tile also increases dramatically. You're going to see he's going to be punching this wall quite a while before he's going to be able to get through. Now, the science lab currently generates this sort of work boost, which should really be called speed boost. And for every tick that you get in this, everyone works slightly faster. They also move slightly faster. So people will start to make more money from the drills. They will run around a lot faster, and really that's what you want to start snowballing, so that you can have a sort of functional and very lucrative mine operational here. Let's expand a little bit further in a few different places. I only have 2 diggers right now, so if we can get a few of those. The jobs are queued up in the order that they are put down. So if if I had put down this stuff first, but I decided that I really wanted the stuff above to be finished, what I could always do is sort of click like that, sort of reset this tile and put it at the bottom. So there's a bit of a priority queue. They will finish, like the builders will finish any digging job they're currently working on. They'll see a dig block. If they suddenly develop a need to go to bed or to eat or to be entertained, then they will abandon the dig job and go and do that. But otherwise, they will finish the job and then go repair any place that needs to be done. But otherwise, repairing is very, very high priority, other than getting their booze on, of course. Or playing a game of darts, I suppose. Ooh, not enough beds. Yeah, we will want a few more bunks going on, won't we? Hopefully that'll come out pretty soon up here. So people do like their own beds. So I've got 4 bunks right now, and we're currently at 8 workers. And that message will come up when you have a worker who is tired and would like to sleep, but doesn't have a bunk available. So that's really the thing to prompt you. The restaurant and the rec hall currently will service as many people as needed. The advantage to having more of them is that your people don't have to walk quite as far to satisfy their needs, because they will find the closest kitchen and recreation hall to hang out at when they need to do that. So that's the advantage there. So the big question, of course, will be, am I planning on continuing this game forward? Well, let me put the music back on here while we discuss. Well, yeah, I actually have been working on it. Now, some people, there's a victory goal. If I go all the way down here, you can see this is the diamond core of Mars. Mars has a diamond core, right? That's a real thing? I think so. Anyway, reaching that is your goal. When you reach that, you win. And you'll see very soon that as the science kicks in, especially if we can get a refinery working, the amount of money you make will start to snowball dramatically. Because by the time you get down here, you need like 4 million credits or something like that to drill the last level to win, which might seem like a lot right now, but because the science increases the percentage work done, and then you get more and more the drills, and the deeper the drills are, the more ore they dig up by default. It all comes together to make things progress extraordinarily quickly. So by the end of it, you are making a lot of money. But yeah, so am I planning on continuing this game? So yeah, I am working on it. So like I was saying, some people, when you get to the end, it does give you the option to keep going. You can either restart or continue once you've won the game. And plenty of people will win the game, then hit continue and continue to play, which is actually a really good sign that the game has some longevity. It's heavily inspired by Sim Tower, which was one of my favorite games back in the day. Well, there we go. We'll put down an ore refinery over there. I like when they science. I like the little smoke in the computers and stuff. I think it's very cool little animations. I drew everything. I made all the sound effects, which are not particularly impressive. So yeah, you do have the pill bottle. Also, whenever you drill, it's very quiet here with the music going. But whoops, I tabbed out accidentally. Come on, there we go. When you drill, that is actually Gilbert, my cat, purring. We want some more beds. Get some bunk rooms down. Let's get a couple down over here, and then some more drilling. So yeah, if you continue, the performance starts to get quite bad. It's not really optimized for having, you know, dozens upon dozens upon dozens of rooms and little guys running around. So if you're not on a very powerful computer and you continue past the end point of the game, things can start to lag a little bit. But I've actually gone, and this past week I've been working on a brand new tile engine with this sort of thing in mind, and it is very, very fast, whereas this one starts to crap out after maybe 100 tiles being managed. The other one, I set up a test map which had literally 1,000,000 tiles. It was 1,000 tiles wide and 1,000 tiles high, and the visual graphics on the oldest computer I could get my hands on. It was a 3 or 4 year old MacBook Air that I have, and the MacBook Air is not a powerful machine, and it was still rendering at something like 350 frames per second graphically, which was pretty good. And then there's a simulation running in the background that was running like slower, but I had it multi-threaded, so it was fine, and that's okay. It was still like, these things are all running at 2 frames per second. That's all I need. As long as it's running, the simulation is running at least 2 frames per second, that was fine. It was still running at like 30 or 35 frames a second, and that was with 1 million tiles, which is much, much bigger than the game is ever going to require. Because in practice, you might go something like 30 tiles wide, maybe a little wider than that in the other game, because I'm going to have different pathfinding, and then, you know, maybe 100 tiles deep, so 30 by 100 is 3,000 tiles. That's pretty different from 1 million. And on this computer that I actually record on, which is a relatively powerful machine, the simulation runs much, much faster. And at the reasonable size of about 3,000 tiles, the simulation runs at something like 3,800 frames a second, so the performance is a lot better. A lot of gameplay mechanics are sort of in store to be tested and things. So yeah, it's probably going to get continued, and, you know, watch for more announcements at some point in the future. Anyway, yeah. So our work boost is going up. You can see our people are running around quite a bit faster. The credits are piling up a lot more because everyone is digging much, much more effectively. There, we'll just throw down some more drill rooms, and then we'll just keep going deep, deep, deep. More drill rooms. And actually what we'll do back here, dig out just a little bit more, and we'll use these for more bedrooms, kitchens, that sort of thing, because it probably need some more bunks. Here, we'll go bunks like this. Actually, we'll use the close spots here for the kitchen and dining room, or sorry, the dining room and the rec center, just because it'll minimize walking. And we'll finish the game. And again, if you want to see sort of the actual program code dissected, to see exactly, you know, what techniques I use to make the game, go ahead and check out youtube.com/Quill18Creates. There should be a video up there talking about exactly how I did that. Come on, finish digging out for me, thank you. Oh yeah, I think I mentioned, like, it would have been nice, initially I really wanted to have different outfits for everyone, but because of the techniques that I used to do this in Unity's 2D engine, there wasn't an easy way to do like a sprite swap, which was kind of disappointing. Also, it's because the sort of way that I implemented things using Unity's kind of built-in stuff that the game's not really performant at the higher levels. Just because every tile is sort of an individual game object. It's kind of hard to explain if you haven't done the Unity thing. Again, if you want a more in-depth explanation, go and check out the other channel. I'll be talking about that a lot, and also talking about exactly how we're going to get the game to perform better in the future here. So keep digging down. So you can see the exchange rate, where at the start of the game I was getting 10 bucks per piece of ore. Now I'm getting over 40 bucks per piece of ore, and because of the increased work rate, I'm just mining ore that much faster. So it's about to go like crazy exponential. Plus, people running around so much faster means less delay to actually get places to satisfy the needs, which is very important as well. Dig a little bit more out. You'll notice you actually get, you win when you get to level 18. Level 18 is enough to get the diamond drill there, which is pretty good. Hopefully I got enough beds for everyone, I think so. You can technically lose the game. Again, it's balanced to be relatively easy here, but if you fail to meet someone's needs, they will eventually just leave, and you will lose a star. If you lose all the stars, you lose. Also, if the shuttle comes, buys all the ore that you have, but you're at negative money, which can happen because of expenses, especially at the start, then you will get a warning the first time, and they will give you $1,000 so they will give you an extra grant to continue. But if it happens a second time, then you will lose the game due to bankruptcy. Drill room, drill room, drill room. Obviously the UI is not very good, and obviously there's not sort of good placement feedback, but these are all things that, you know, you're trying to get as much done as possible in the time limit, and it really is an incredible challenge. But I'm still really happy. I think this is so far it's been really well received. I'll load up the Let 'em Dare page in a second here to show you. Where do I have? There we go. Let's open this. Bear with me a moment. Let 'em Dare 29 over here. Load, load, load. All right, you load in the background. How close are we? Oh, we've got $4 million stored up. Oh, not enough. Actually, apparently it's going to be like 6 million. It'd be nice if there was a tooltip here showing you how much you would have to pay for the next level, but didn't get around to doing that. Lots of little things that I want to do, and then, you know, you're just rushing. And I gotta say, if you ever, like, if you do go and watch the video of the last day, that Sunday, I am completely burnt out. Because it takes a lot of energy and brain power to get this done. And at the end of that 48 hours, you're just completely just dead. Dead in the head. Just waiting for the next shuttle. There we go, 12 million bucks. Boom, and we've won. We've reached the diamond core, so we are victorious, and there you have it. So if we do go over to the game, judging takes 3 weeks. There's a 3-week window for the judging. You can see there's a countdown on the website. Judging ends in 17 days, at which point we will find out what everyone's score is. There's no prize for winning the game, other than, you know, like ego stroking. Like if you win the first prize, they give you like, I don't know, there's like a graphic of a gold medal, and that's it. So it's all just for the love of programming and everything. But yeah, you know, people seem to be pretty excited. One of my favorite comments I saw was someone said this was the only game that they kept playing after they finished judging it, which I thought was pretty impressive, because usually people just move on to the next game right away. But so far, people have been extremely positive about the game, which is why I'm really thinking that a continuation of it is in the future. Again, if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about how it was made, do check out Drill18 Creates here on YouTube. There'll be links down below in the doobly-doo. See you there. Bye-bye.